Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. I have taken time to analyze William Ruto's stopover in Molo town today, and I have realized either something is wrong with the messaging or the citizens are detached. We'll get to the gist of that. Ruto had a stopover in Molo, and that stopover was engagement with the people. And in my own assessment, the plan, or rather the objective of that, was to gauge the mood of the population, because things have not been good for last few days. His popularity on ground. He's also moving around with the intelligence team just to find out what is the extent. Do Kenyans still want to listen to him? Remember, I think his character, not his character, but the president's image has been hit quite a number of times by the double speak, which, if you, for lack of a better word, let me say the lies. And is this one to gauge? And that is why, that is the second reason why William Ruto went to enter that rally. Number 3 is to also engage the population to demystify the Sabasaba rally, rather the Sabasaba protest that Azimio la Umoja team are organizing on Friday. And the intelligence team, I really think the intelligence team that are trailing the head of state are having a hard time. I want you to watch this video keenly and listen to this part when he was talking about affordable housing, and look at the interaction of those around that convoy.
Si watu wengi wanaishi pale Kasarani na mashamba ni kidogo, na hakuna choo, na hakuna stima, na hakuna maji. Sasa musikie maneno. Si mumesikia nimepanga mambo ya housing. Kwani mnafikiri hii housing nilikuwa napanga ya nani? Si ni hawa watu, kama hawa watu wako hapa Kasarani. So mimi narudi hapa kabla ya Disemba. Nimeambia waziri yuko hapa, mambo ya ardhi yuko hapa, mjumbe wenu yuko hapa, Mama Susan gavana wetu yuko hapa. Tumekubaliana. Tunaelewana? Tumekubaliana.
Now, you need to be keen enough to understand and to make one observation there, that I want you to make a comparison, and just take a second after listening this podcast and try to watch a video of the same time. We are in the month, today is 2nd July, when William Ruto was campaigning. Just pick a video of 2nd July last year, and also try to look at any recent Raila Odinga's rallies or any stopover, and compare that with what you're seeing there. Those around that video, I like that video because it was a close-up. So that video is giving you a very clear view of those around William Ruto's convoy. They're not bothered. In fact, we realized that someone was even looking at the other direction. You know, I know because of the presence of the security, and that's why you can see them there at the end. But even if you look a little bit, 100 meters, not let me say 50 meters from that William Ruto's car, people are not bothered. And they're simply not getting it. And he had to, I think it became, and I realized that the speech, you know, it was, the speech was packaged into. One was about government policies. Number 2, he had to deviate and try doing some politics against Raila Odinga. You need to get that.
Mulielezwa ya kwamba na wale watu wa fitina mingi, ile watu ya kitendawili ya fitina, walituambia ya kwamba kutatokea fujo Kenya baada ya uchaguzi. Iko fujo imetokea? Ni matapeli, si matapeli. Shetani ashindwe asishindwe. Si shetani ashindwe? Si tuko na amani? Mimi nataka niwahakikishie tutahakikisha ya kwamba kuna amani kila sehemu ya Kenya. hata wale watu wa jeuri walikuwa wanaiba ng'ombe kule sijui Elgeyo Marakwet, West Pokot, sijui wapi. Hawa watu tumewakomesha.
Now, as a politician, you will always get the ground, want the people to listen to you. And the audience there was not listening. They simply were not interested in what William Ruto was saying. I liken this speech to, exit speeches of a president, because I remember when Uhuru was leaving, even Uhuru's exit speeches were better than this. Uhuru alikuwa akiingia Nairobi, you'll get a lot of enthusiasm. In fact, I would challenge William Ruto to have a rally in Nairobi here. Just try one in Nairobi here. Go to Uhuru Park. And don't put church so that you cage people's emotions on religion. No, just call a meeting, the people of Nairobi, and let's see. So, something is not working. And I want to explain more on the clue that Ruto's team should grasp from the reaction of people of Molo. That, what I saw Molo, is just but rejection, for lack of another word instead of a better word. Before we delve into that, I want to reach out to you in a special way on behalf of Sarah's family. I know for those who are new members in this channel, those of us that were already subscribers in August, there is a lady we fundraised for nearly 1.3 million to support her, to be released, support her medication, because she suffered acute leukemia last year. Now, this man has been so close to me, and I think it's one of the most difficult fundraisers to make, but I'll have to. So, we thought and we knew that things were going to be right on her end. So she really fought cancer for all that time since last year. That was since last year, July. Started somewhere in July. But on Monday this week, we lost Sarah on 26th of June. So it has been a bit of a challenge because the family is really overwhelmed by this. There are bills and quite a lot in it, and that's why I'm reaching out to you kindly. Let's support with what we can have to cover the last expense, and also the welfare of a child, because he's remained by left one child, a son, and the burial is slated for 15th. So kindly, let's help finish. I'm really committed to find out, because I think, the last time, our last conversation was Kevin, make sure nimefikisha nyumbani. Now, let me leave it at there. I've put the number. Now, there is a clue that we need to grasp from this. Back to politics. William Ruto, I want to collect really this. I want us to get this. William Ruto is not offering answers to the population. And the answer he's not offering is he is not helping, or rather he's insensitive to the population distress. The reason why the fellows and the good Kenyans around that convoy and that we watched in that video are not interested in even what he's saying is they're not seeing answers. They don't get answers to the questions they're looking after. Because the answer that the Kenyan want to get is food. Truth be told, food. So when President went there and started talking about the houses and how these people are staying there, the houses, it doesn't sink. It doesn't sink. Quite some people. Quite a number. It's not what we really want. He was there, was telling them about how, there was supposed to be some, when there was the issue about violence. That's a non-issue. The issue about bandits. He spoke about bandits. If you watch the full of that video, he spoke about bandits. And I was was like, what now? Bandits, Molo, what for? As in, you know. So he's not offering, because what he's doing is what I can say, a teacher who comes to a class and tell you that open your books and dictates the whole lesson. Telling you, especially geography teachers are fond of this, who are really fond of this. I hope the ones now are good. One of the reasons why I did not do geography. So, dictation, people are not getting. You're not giving us what we want. People are not getting pragmatic solutions to their problems. And what he's saying is not what people want to hear. Number two. And let me give you a good example on the distress. Just over the weekend, not over the weekend, I think that was on Saturday, I think, I had a discussion with a friend, and not a friend, actually my father, was telling me that around Ngong Road, because he works around that place, around Ngong Road, he knows a group of some very well-dressed men. They hang around, not Ngong Road, Thika Road, because in Thika Road every Saturday there is always a wedding somewhere. These guys will organize themselves and be around, hang around that Ngong Road, and wherever they see signs of where there is a wedding location, they will get crushed there and just eat. And after eating, they come back, maybe get to Kasarani and watch a game, then it just goes home. You know. Then I was like, I got interested. Why? It was, no, they don't have food. So they've put that as one of the way of them getting food. They just get well dressed, decent. In a wedding, no one is going to question you. Do this and that, and things go. In this country now, there is a lot of crime, cyber crime. What's causing cyber crime? Kuna noma. Second reason why the grass clue that William Ruto must speak from the Molo clip. Raila Odinga is no longer and is not a problem to Kenyans. You know, someone still believe in this school of thought that when I go to an area that people voted for me overwhelmingly and say Raila is this and profile Raila Odinga, I'm going to get jubilation. People are going to embrace me because of that. That's not it. There is some reality that Kenyans have taken, and the reality that we've taken here is that we are waiting to see what Ruto is going to do. You know? And there is also a reality that Raila is not in government. Now, at Handshake, there was a lot of profiling of he was part of. Now he's not in it. So anyone going to the people and saying, you know what, Raila is bad because Raila wants violence, at the end of the day, there are Kenyans that are seeing the alternative. I was seated here on Wednesday with a gentleman from Nyeri, and he shocked me telling me that he works in Nyeri, and he was telling me that there are some people in Nyeri who are saying, we voted for Ruto, but we knew Raila would be the president. So we never expected. And so people are listening to what the Azimio side are saying. People are listening to what Raila is saying because things are failing. So that old school script that sisi ni watukufu rais, everyone is going to listen to us, and when my message cannot get, if you cannot explain government policy, what you need to go back to the office, go back to the boardroom, and find whether you have pragmatic solutions for the population instead of now name calling. Lastly, one-way communication like it used to be in the campaigns is the problem. Instead of even communication, one way in terms of when you have a manifesto is imposed on the people. You tell the people, I will do this, I will do that, I will do the other one, and I will do this. I will construct that road, I will give that loan, I will give this. But when you are in government, there is public participation. You have a budget for building roads, you must do public participation at the constituency level, the CDF. Useme, are we building a sub-county hospital there, or we are constructing a dormitory to the school? Are we doing some Maram Road here, or we are doing something else? There's that public participation. So Ruto must actually understand that he has also lost the hustler tag. He's no longer the hustler. When he used at the campaign trail, one of the reasons why people will yell around and you'll see that jubilation around is because he branded and projected himself as one of them. But with reality now, he's not one of them. He's not the person who used to put the caps and, do the... It's not it. He's taken another and he's lost that hustler. And because it was a very... it was a motto karatasi, it's not one that is very sustainable. So I wish someone gets this clearly. The Molo was a clear point that something is wrong. Either with the message packaging, but I don't believe it is, or, or, it's either both. So either the messaging is wrong, or both. What is being served is not what people want to hear, or is not what people expect. That's my bold.